The Borno state government has arrested 73 underage children involved in substance abuse. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa will meet U.S. counterpart Donald Trump in Washington next week at a time of strained ties between these two countries. Pretoria said in a statement released late on Wednesday. Tension have been rising for months over a range of policy issues, culminating this week in the United States resettling a first group of white Afrikaners that Trump claims are facing persecution in South Africa. At number 9, Real Madrid defender Raul Asensio has been indicted along with 3 former youth players at the club for alleged distribution of a sexual video involving a minor, according to the Spanish reports on Wednesday. The judge did not mention Asensio by name nor specify which player is accused of which misdemeanor. At number 8, the House of Representatives have called for the establishment of at least one computer-based testing in each of the 774 local government areas of the country for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. The lawmakers resolved plenary on Thursday following the admission by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board that there were glitches in this year's examinations. At number 7, the Senate on Thursday asked President Bola Tinubu to assent to the Nigerian Forest Security Service Bill 2025, which was recently passed by the National Assembly and is currently awaiting presidential approval to tackle insecurity. The Senate further urged the federal government to direct all security agencies to deploy their resources for the immediate rescue of the monarch. At number 6, the Senate has passed a bill seeking to make it mandatory for ministries, departments and agencies to prioritize local automobile manufacturers and indigenous companies in their procurement processes through the second reading. The passage followed a submission by Senator Patrick Indicted during plenary on Thursday. At number 5, 2 persons were reportedly killed by suspected gunmen on Thursday morning along the Aglu-Nanka boundary in Anuatra local government area of Anambra State. The attack, which occurred around 10:45 a.m., has sparked tension between the 2 neighboring communities. Eyewitnesses said the assailants fled the scene on a motorcycle after carrying out the deadly act. At number 4, 3 members of the House of Representatives, 1 from the People's Democratic Party and 2 from the New Nigerian People's Party, have officially dumped their parties for the ruling All Progressive Congress. The lawmakers who resigned from their parties included Oluwole Oke, Osun PDP, as well as Kabiru Rurum and Abdullahi Rogo, NNPP, both from Kano State. At number 3, Peter Obi has commended the Registrar of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, Ishak Oloyede, for admitting to glitches in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examinations, but said such error should be avoided in the future. Oloyede has, in a rare admission, while fighting back tears, said some errors affected candidates' performances in the examination, which was conducted across the country earlier this year. At number 2, the crisis within the opposition People's Democratic Party deepened on Wednesday as the Southeast Zonal Caucus issued a stern warning of possible mass defection should the party continue to disregard its nomination of Sunday Ude Okoye as National Secretary. This warning was contained in a communique read by Zonal Chairman Chief Ali Odefa after the Zonal Executive Community meeting held at the Government House in Enugu. At number 1, the Borno state government has arrested 73 underage children involved in substance abuse. The children were picked up from different locations including Bulabulin, Kaswa and Gwangi, Kasangada. The Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, which led the exercise, explained that the action was a bold and decisive step to curb the growing menace of drug abuse and the involvement of children in unlawful activities on the streets of Maiduguri. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.